Have you ever wondered why some men after 40 can convey that presence, that natural authority, while others seem to be trying to recover something that has already passed? Throughout all these years, I've noticed that often the difference lies in details we don't even notice, especially in the wardrobe and daily choices. You know that moment when you look in the mirror and feel something isn't right? It's not just your impression. There is indeed an invisible line that separates men who have embraced their maturity with elegance from those who are still fighting against time. And much of this has to do with the choices we make every morning when we open the closet to get dressed. Today I'll share 7 clothes that every man should retire after 40. This isn't fussiness, it's pure strategy. Each piece may be sabotaging your image in ways you can't imagine or notice. And item number 5, man, this is one I see every day that practically screams, I don't want to take care of myself, to observers. If you want to project that confidence that comes with experience, but without seeming stuck in the past, stay with me until the end of this text. I'll show you not only what to avoid, but especially what to wear instead to elevate your look. Clothing. Item 1. T-shirts with funny prints or silly phrases. Let's start with something I myself have done a lot, wearing t-shirts with funny phrases or childish prints. You know what I'm talking about? Those t-shirts with inside jokes, cartoon characters, or phrases like "world's best dad" that we usually get on Father's Day. I'm not saying you can't have a sense of humor. Quite the opposite. But at 40, your humor needs to be demonstrated in your personality, your conversation, your charisma, not in your clothes. When you wear a t-shirt with a silly phrase, you're basically asking the clothes to do the work that your presence and personality should do. This conveys immaturity and lack of seriousness to others. Imagine yourself in a work meeting, a business lunch, or even a date. The first impression is of someone who couldn't evolve with the expected age and maturity. What to wear instead? Plain t-shirts in solid, elegant colors: white, black, gray, navy blue. If you want something with more personality, go for a t-shirt made of higher quality fabric, with a better cut and quality material. A classic polo also works perfectly for various occasions. Another valuable tip: invest in t-shirts with superior quality fabric. A good plain premium cotton t-shirt is worth more than 10 t-shirts with small prints that will make you look like a 40-year-old teenager trying to look young. Clothing item 2. Cargo shorts, full of pockets. This one is controversial, but I need to speak frankly. Cargo shorts after 40 is a shot in the foot of your elegance and image. I know. But they're practical. They have various pockets. My things fit in them. I perfectly understand the functional appeal, but I'll explain why this doesn't pay off in the long run. Cargo shorts were originally created for military use and extreme outdoor activities. When you wear them in daily life, you're basically saying that function is more important than form. This conveys a message you may not want to send, that you don't care so much about appearance and refinement. Additionally, all those pockets create unnecessary volume, make your legs look thicker, and completely break the natural line of your body. Not to mention that most men use these pockets to carry so many things that they end up looking like a kangaroo with extra pouches. The solution is simple and effective. Chino shorts or well-cut tailored shorts. Same practicality, but with a clean, elegant, and more refined cut. Choose neutral and versatile colors like beige, navy blue, or dark gray, and a golden tip that never fails. Shorts should end at knee level or just above it. No shorts at the calf, or that look more like 90s football shorts that don't flatter anyone. Are these tips I'm bringing in this video useful to you? Show your support with a like. Your interaction allows this content to reach other amazing people like you. Clothing. Item 3. Very tight skinny pants. This fashion of ultra-tight skinny pants was an interesting phenomenon, but it definitely has an expiration date, especially after 40 years. And it's not just a matter of passing trend, it's a matter of common sense, comfort, and appropriateness. At 40, our body is no longer the same as at 20, that's a fact. You may stay in good shape, but the silhouette has naturally changed over time. Very tight pants will highlight every imperfection and unnecessary detail. Also, they become uncomfortable, limit your movements, and often look forced and artificial. The bigger problem is that it gives the strong impression that you're desperately trying to dress like someone 20 years younger. Instead of looking young, as you wish, you end up looking out of place and uncomfortable in your own skin. The ideal alternative is a well-adjusted slim or regular cut. Well-fitted pants, but not clinging to the body like a second skin. This creates an elegant, modern silhouette, but respecting your body type and current age. Dark jeans without excessive washing, well-cut chinos or tailored pants are your best and most versatile options. An important tip that few consider: always try on pants while sitting down too. If they tighten too much on the thigh or waist when you sit, they're too tight for your daily comfort. Clothing, item 4, ripped or distressed. Jeans. I perfectly understand the nostalgia involved here. There's something about ripped jeans that reminds us of the good times of rock and roll, of rebellion, of carefree youth. But wearing ripped jeans after 40 is like trying to relive a movie that ended a long time ago and no longer makes sense in the current context. Ripped jeans work in a specific and limited vibe: young, rebellious, uncommitted. At 40, you should be projecting stability, maturity, confidence, and experience. When you wear a piece that screams adolescence to the four winds, you create a cognitive dissonance in people who interact with you. Not to mention that, most of the time, it looks like unnecessary sloppiness. People will think you can't afford to buy a new and decent pair of pants, or that you simply don't care about your personal presentation. The solution is to invest in superior quality jeans without rips, without exaggerated artificial wear. Prefer darker and classic tones. They are more versatile and elegant in any situation. A good dark indigo jean can be worn in almost any casual situation and will last for years, maintaining an impeccable appearance. Clothing item 5. Cap used for everything. And we come to the item I mentioned at the beginning of the text, the famous omnipresent universal cap. This is an error I constantly see, and that really compromises the image. The man who wears a cap. For everything. For work. For going out at night. For going to a fine restaurant. For a formal social meeting. Basically, the cap becomes a permanent part of the anatomy. The problem is not the cap itself, which can be appropriate in many situations. The problem is when it becomes an indispensable crutch, a way to avoid taking proper care of yourself. Often it's to hide incipient baldness, or because the hair is permanently messy, or simply out of laziness to dress properly for each occasion. When you wear a cap in any and all possible occasions, you convey the clear message that you don't want to make an effort, that you're kind of giving up on your complete appearance. And this is particularly harmful after 40. When your personal presentation should naturally reflect your maturity and position in life. Besides, there are contexts where the cap simply doesn't fit at all. Romantic dinner with a cap. Executive. Work meeting with a cap. Formal social event with a cap. This shows a lack of social reading and understanding of basic dress codes. The solution necessarily involves taking better care of your hair, or lack thereof. If you're going bald, embrace it with dignity and confidence. Cut it very short, or shave completely if that's the case. If you still have enough hair, invest in a cut appropriate for your age and face type, and always keep it well-groomed and presentable. Clothing. Item 6. Very colorful printed shirts. I know perfectly well that there are men who love a flowery printed shirt, full of color and patterns. But I'll explain in detail why this might be working against you after 40 years in various contexts. The very colorful or printed shirt creates what I call the unwanted parrot effect. It draws more attention than you yourself and your personality. And at 40, you should be the undisputed protagonist, not your flashy clothes. When the first thing people notice is your flowery shirt and not your face or presence, there's definitely something wrong with the equation. Additionally, very flashy prints tend to be associated with vacations, leisure, extremely informal, and relaxed situations. When you use this in professional daily life, especially in contexts where you need to convey seriousness and credibility, you send a confusing and contradictory message. Another important point, this type of print visually ages your image. It looks like something a tourist on vacation would wear, someone who doesn't have refinement in dressing. And this has absolutely nothing to do with price or brand. There are very expensive printed shirts that still look inappropriate for a mature man. The safest path is to go for solid colored shirts or with very discreet and sophisticated prints. A well-cut light blue shirt, impeccable white, soft gray, or even fine and elegant stripes. If you want to add personality, go for an interesting texture or a slightly different cut, but keep the colors under absolute control. Clothing. Item 7. Glasses with colorful or mirrored frames. To close our essential list, let's talk about an accessory that many people completely underestimate: the glasses you choose to wear. Glasses with very colorful frames or mirrored lenses. After 40 is a sure and direct shot at your professional and personal credibility. Why does this happen? Because overly flashy glasses divert attention from your face, your facial expression, genuine eye contact, which are fundamental and irreplaceable elements for conveying confidence and seriousness in interactions. This is especially problematic and harmful in the competitive professional environment. Imagine yourself in an important presentation to clients or the board wearing glasses that look like a colorful costume party accessory. People will naturally have difficulty taking you seriously and trusting your words. Not to mention that very flashy glasses inevitably age your appearance. It gives a strong impression that you're trying to compensate for something that's missing, or that you simply don't have refined aesthetic discernment for your age. The proven solution is to go for classic and timeless frames that never go out of style. Elegant black, sophisticated brown, classic tortoise, or discreet and refined gold-silver metal. Prefer shapes that naturally complement your face without competing with it for attention. And if you wear sunglasses, choose traditional dark lenses that protect without drawing excessive attention. These are the 7 critical pieces that may be silently sabotaging your image after 40 years. It's not about becoming a boring, bland, or personality-less guy. It's about deeply understanding that your current age is a valuable asset, not a liability to be hidden. At 40, you have experience, knowledge, achieved stability, and your way of dressing should naturally reflect and value this. The great positive transformation happens when you finally stop fighting against your current age and start using it strategically to your advantage. When you dress according to who you are today, not who you were 20 years ago in your youth. In the next video, I'll show exactly what to wear instead of each of these problematic pieces. A strategic and well-planned wardrobe for men after 40, who want to make the right and impactful impression in any social or professional situation. If you've made it this far, it's because you take improving your style seriously. So I prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40. Stylish, elegant, and powerful every day. See you in the next video.